Coming up on Good Morning Texas,
World Autism Awareness Month,
we check out VegFest.
and we asked UT students if they started studying for finals yet.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. It's Wednesday, April 11th. I'm Malcolm Thomas.
And I'm David Rubin.
And I'm Kayla Peterman. Thanks for joining us on GMTX this morning. So guys, how are you guys enjoying your week? Everything going okay?
You know, it's been a long week for me. A long week.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, last week I had a minor accident, and then yesterday I lost my phone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, while riding a bike. It fell into the city drain.
Oh my gosh, Malcolm. Are
I
you
know.
okay?
I'm doing fine, you know. God has been good to me. You know, I just had to think of all the positive. You know, I get to be with you guys this morning, so that's a blessing.
Wait, you know what's weird about you said the city drain thing? I was walking by the Pluckers on, and you know how they have those really deep drains there? And I always thought, like, what if I tripped and my phone just like fell down the sewer?
And it actually happened. It happened to me.
I actually thought that, and I said, who would
Yeah.
I call? Like, do they get it out or they just leave it there?
I don't know.
Because nobody can fit in there.
I didn't call anyone.
Oh.
Oh.
But I am going to call it. You know, he can come. He can go next door and get my phone for me.
That is so weird. It's like telepathy. I must have thought it while it was happening to you.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a sad true story, but I'll survive.
Well, it's almost Friday.
It is.
Yeah.
And the semester's almost over.
Yes.
Well, April is Autism Awareness Month. According to AutismSpeaks.com, the goal of this month is to raise support, understanding, and acceptance for those with autism spectrum disorder. We spoke with Chris Cottle, a UT singer that juggles a full course load with his job of being an applied behavior analyst therapist.
At first glance, Chris Cottle is your typical college student.
I get ready, I go to school, then I rush home, eat lunch very fast, and then I go to work and then come home and study.
Cottle balances a full course load along with his job as an applied behavior analysis therapist, where he works with his patients 3 to 5 days a week.
A therapist is a person that works with someone who has autism. They work with them doing exercises just to get them to live a more productive, easier life.
But Cottle struggles just like any student would.
The scheduling is always a struggle. When to study, where to study depending on location, work, classes, it's a struggle.
UT offers a variety of resources for students with autism, including walk-in hours with a range of different coordinators, classroom accommodations, and student-run organizations to provide a supportive network for these students. However, that's not the only way that you can become an ally.
For them, interact and volunteer and see what you can do to be a friend.
Despite the challenges, Cottle enjoys his time being an ABA therapist.
It's difficult, but it's rewarding.
To learn more about what you can do for autism awareness, you can go to diversity.utexas.edu.
Well, you, Kayla, you were interviewing Chris, and I can't imagine having a full course load and doing what he does. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, I have no idea how he does it either. I know he drinks a lot of caffeine, so
helps.
he definitely
That
uses
helps.
that to get through his day, but he also he's really determined to get his degree, and he's really determined to help Nathan, his patient, as well. So good on him. I don't think I could ever do that.
That's great. That's great. All right. Austin is known for its large vegetarian community with plenty of plant-based restaurants around town. That being said, this past weekend, Texas Veg Foundation held its 7th annual Veg Fest at Fiesta Gardens. Veg Fest is an event that spreads awareness of the benefits of a plant-based diet to the public. Local vegetarian vendors, musicians, and lecturers came out to show their support for vegetarianism. The event also had cooking demonstrations, youth activities, and crafts. All right, Malcolm, you're a vegan, so explain to people like me the difference between vegetarianism and veganism.
Well, I'll be happy to do so. So vegetarianism, you are still able to, there's two types. So you can be lacto-vegetarian or ovo-vegetarian. You can be both, lacto-ovo, which is a person who eats dairy and also eats egg. So veganism, that's more like, sure, you don't eat any animal products at all. You don't eat dairy, you don't eat meat, of course. You don't eat egg, honey, can't wear animal products, wool. So it's really, really strenuous, and it really takes a lot of dedication, and it's a journey.
That's
and a
dedication I don't
lifestyle.
have.
Yeah, not everyone can do it, but like, you know, like you have to do it for the animals, do it for the environment.
I applaud you for that.
Awesome. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like this semester just started. But now that my professors have started reminding me about finals, I guess we're already at the last stretch of the year. The semester has flown by and exams are already right around the corner. If you've started studying already, you're ahead of the game. And if you haven't, don't worry. We'll see what the rest of UT plans to hit the books.
How early do I start studying for finals?
I guess a good week in advance. Kind of like a week before they start.
I try to at least a week in advance. When I see finals, I'll start studying anywhere from like a week to 2 days before.
I usually take about 2 or 3 days off after the end of the semester, and then I'll start studying for finals immediately after that break period.
Usually about 3 days before the final, I actually start studying for the final.
Definitely never earlier than a week before.
It's my last semester here at UT, so don't have any finals.
Well, we already know when like most UT systems will like, hit the books, and that is the night before. I am guilty of it.
And I will be guilty of it.
Do you guys have any finals coming up, like at all?
None.
No, but like one of my classes ends like today, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Good
know.
for you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So like it ends today, and like now I don't have anything to worry about. So until the final, so I'm pretty much done.
I need that class.
Me too.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with David with today's top story.
And I'll also give you a look at this week's weather forecasts.
We'll be back with more Good Morning Texas.
We are back with David in our news and weather center. What's the latest in the news, David?
All right, Malcolm and Caleb, before we get to the news today, we just want to remind you the reason you're not seeing commercial breaks today and you're seeing the studio instead is this week is TSTV's 24/7. It's basically a week-long fundraiser where our cameras stay live for 24 hours a day for an entire 7 days. You can support this endeavor and help fund all of Texas student media by going to supportstudentvoices.org. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. And also follow us on Twitter at GoodMorningTX. Now a look to the news. A lot of things going on in the government this week. We now know the reason that Michael Cohen, the longtime lawyer for Donald Trump and the Trump Organization, had his home raided on Monday. According to the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York was looking for a record of payment of $130,000. This was questioned as being part of a non-disclosure agreement to adult film star Stephanie Clifford, better known as Stormy Daniels. Federal agents were also looking into a $150,000 payment made to Karen McDougal, a former Playboy model. The warrant to search Michael Cohen's home, office, and hotel room reportedly was also to uncover information about Cohen's ties to the taxi industry. Cohen has been an owner of taxi medallions as well as the corporate lawyer for the Trump Organization. Both the Trump Organization and the U.S. Attorney's Office have declined comment to the press. However, President Trump himself has called this a witch hunt. Just when you thought news about Harvey was over, great advancements for its recovery have come out. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development announced that it will reward a little over $5 billion to Texas to support long-term disaster recovery following Hurricane Harvey. The fund will mainly be used for recovery and mitigation from future storms. $652 million went to help rebuild homes, businesses, and improve infrastructure. $4.3 billion went to elevating existing homes, property buyouts, and hardening structures to prevent future damages in storms. Aside from Harvey relief, Houston received nearly $62 million, and San Marcos received $24 million for mitigation of floods from 2015. And with Texas rebuilding so much, everyone that lives in Austin knows that it's hard to get some prime real estate. And now it could get even harder. U.S. News & World Report released its 2018 Best Places to Live list. The list compiled data on affordability, quality of life, and job prospects of 125 of America's largest metropolitan cities. The list also surveyed 3,000 people, as well as data from multiple entities, including the U.S. Census, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the FBI Uniform Crime Report. This is the second year in a row that Austin has been named #1. Among the other cities in the top 10 are Colorado Springs, Denver, Des Moines, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Portland, Huntsville, Washington, D.C., Minneapolis, and Seattle.
Thank you, David. All right, I wonder, like, you know, like Austin is rebuilding so much, and we are getting so many, like, so many people moving here, and it's, I mean, it's great, but you know, like traffic is, like the I-35 is a mess.
Yeah, one of the things I worry about is like, where are we going to put everybody?
We're going to put everybody, yeah, that's one of the...
Austin is a great place, and I love it here, but we definitely have a lot of growth at a fast rate, so we'll see.
And not enough place to put these people.
Exactly.
All right, now how the weather is looking, David?
All right, well, it's been a little cold and mild the last few days in Austin, but it looks like we'll finally have some consistently warm weather headed our way this week with scattered thunderstorms mixed in. So it may not quite be the time to work on your tan, which I need to do, but today we'll be hitting a high of 81 degrees during the day with perfectly clear skies. Tonight the low will be around 61 and winds will be as high as 20 miles per hour. That wind will continue tomorrow as it'll be mostly sunny with a high around 83 degrees. And at night, it'll still be pretty warm for the evening hours with a low of 70 and some more high winds. This time upwards of 25 miles per hour. Friday, you'll need the rain jackets for some of the April showers. 40% chance of scattered showers with a high of 87 and a low of 54. The weekend is looking nice if you're looking for an outdoor adventure, maybe in Zilker Park. Saturday and Sunday will both be sunny with a high in the low 70s and a low in the mid to upper 40s. Live from the Weather Center, I'm David Rubin.
Thank you, David. Well, I'm glad that we're going to get a little bit of rain to mix it up with this heat that's coming in.
But the heat, but let's talk about this weather this past weekend. I know when me and Caitlin, when we went to the Vegan Fest, it was so cold Saturday. Yeah, it was 45 degrees. Really cold. That weather came out of nowhere. I was shook.
Yeah, I walked into work and it was 40 degrees and I walked back out and it was still 40 degrees and I was like, this is not right at all.
And it's still cool mornings, but like in the evening time, it really gets really hot. So it's good to have that mixture in there. Don't go anywhere. We have some musicians from UT to perform for you here.
Stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas. We're back with Christopher Chung from U Talent, UT's very own record label. He's here to perform a few songs for us, so why don't you take it away?
Yeah. Thanks. So I'm Christopher Chung, and this is an original song I wrote. It's brand new, so forgive me for any mistakes, but it's called Slow Motion. I were here and all alone, still I'd sing this song to you. The memories come flooding in and I'm playing them through. I'm only lost for words, singing phrases I've heard, but now it's taking me by surprise. I'm so caught up in this tide. I've been taking my time with love and let me to you. You take my mended pieces and you see them all new. And it's crazy, but I might just tell you that I feel like I don't gotta fake this through. I just see you and you just see me and we keep on singing. And I feel like I'm falling in love with you. I'm just taking my time, pictures in my memories. Feels like spring, but I'm falling slowly, taking everything with me. Cause it feels like slow motion, drowning in a wave of emotion. Do-do-do, do-do-do, yeah. Do-do-do, slow motion. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, slow motion. My head screaming danger. Mom always told me don't talk to strangers, but I wrapped up the nonsense and ramped up the courage to tell you that I want you now. I feel like time is slowing down when you come around. I feel like I'm falling in love with you. I'm just sticking like time pictures in my memories. Feels like spring, but I'm falling slowly, taking everything with me. Cause it feels like slow motion, drowning in a wave of emotion. Do-do-do, do-do-do, yeah. Do-do-do, slow motion. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do, slow motion. I'm just sticking my time pictures in my memories. Feels like spring, but I'm falling slowly, taking everything with me. Cause it feels like slow motion, drowning in a wave of emotion. Do-do-do, do-do-do, yeah. Do-do-do, slow motion. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do, slow motion.
Cool. Thanks. That's slow motion.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. We really do appreciate it. You were great. Sit tight. We have more music coming your way on Good Morning Texas.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. From a dorm room in Jester Hall to performing in DKR, our next guest has had an interesting sophomore year with his rap videos being seen hundreds of thousands of times. UT journalism student and viral video sensation Aria Bastami joins us now. Aria, nice to see you.
Pleasure to be here, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I appreciate you being here. So tell us a quick story of what made you post that first video and how you got started rapping.
I mean, well, to answer the second question, how I got started rapping, honestly, I was 11 years old, and my brother, and his room was like 2 feet away from mine. He'd play a bunch of hip-hop music, and me being the 11-year-old I was curious about everything, especially with my older brother. So I eventually just asked him one day, I was like, hey, like, what is this kind of music? And he's like, oh, this is hip-hop, and I just fell in love with it. Like, that was the inception for me. And so I started writing around that time with, like, Dr. Seuss rhymes, if you will, like Cat and Hat, and I was like, I'm the next Tupac. And it's definitely not the case, but yeah, it's just something that I grew to love since that moment. And then in regards to the videos on Twitter, it started in October. I had an NBA rap that I did right before the season had started, and that picked up a little bit of steam. And then I kind of went dormant the first semester, and then the second semester came, and I just started posting them frequently, and it got some attention, notoriety, and then luckily I got to work with Texas football, and it was cool. It was an amazing experience.
Oh, wow, that's great. So you posted that first NBA video. It took off. It circulated very quickly.
Yeah.
When did you know you really hit something?
When I met Tom Herman. I was like,
oh, okay.
I'm meeting Tom Herman, and I am not a football player. This should not be happening, because I mean, he's a football coach, and I'm a huge sports fan. So for me, like getting to meet someone like that, that was a big moment for me. That I was like, wow, like, you know, the music has reached to a point where, you know, the coach of Texas football is talking to me, and that was a pretty surreal experience. So I'd say that moment right there.
So you also were recently invited by Texas football to make a music video for them, and you got to meet Tom Herman. How did that come about? Like, how did that work out with you meeting?
Yeah, so Sam Ellinger of the football team, he had reached out to me, and he was like, hey, I think you should do a football rap. And I was like, well, basketball is my favorite sport. So I was like, I don't know. And so I did it anyways, because I was like, well, might as well give it a shot. And I got contacted by Matt Lynch. He's the creative director for Texas football. And he was like, hey, we'd love to have you come to the facility. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And so I'm freaking out. So I go to the facility the next day. I'm meeting everybody, and I literally tell this to everybody that asks. Tom Herman walked out like Ellen DeGeneres, and he was like, hey, it's the rapper himself. And I just lost my mind when he said that. And so I met with him for 15, 20 minutes. We talked, and then they had asked me to do the National Signing Day rap literally the next day. And so I had to write and try and rap 28 names in less than 24 hours with like a bunch of stuff due on canvas. So the pressure was high, but I was able to get it done, and luckily we got to work together.
So would you like to have done like a basketball rap for the basketball team? Or?
Yeah, I did a basketball rap for the I got no one reached out. Where are the cameras? No one reached out from Texas basketball, but I did one. Yeah, basketball is my favorite sport, and I'm cool with a couple of the players too. So they're all very sweet over there.
That's good. So you now have gained a big following on Twitter. What has that been like, and like How has that reaction been on campus? Like, are you?
Yeah, it does not feel real. I will tell you that right now. There have been, it's kind of weird. There will be people that are asking to take pictures of me. I'm like, all right, I don't have that many followers for that. Like, you better stop it. But that's how I feel, because I'm like, why are you taking pictures of me? You know, like, we both turn in stuff on campus. Like, I don't need this. But I'm totally kidding. No, it's been absolutely surreal, the entire experience. It's a little strange on campus when you get like double looks, or you know, if people come up to you and like ask to take pictures. But I love it nonetheless, and I mean, like I said, just surreal. That's the only word I can really give you.
Well, you are a UT celebrity.
Absolutely not.
So where do you see yourself in 5 or 6 years down the road?
Oof, that's a good question. Honestly, as much as I love media, as much as I love sports media, I'm hopeful that I could go either way. Like if music were to ever pick up, then you know, I think I'd be a fool not to consider it and to try and pursue that passion. But you know, sports is something that I've always loved to talk about, and that'd be another, you know, avenue that I'd really love to explore and see how far I could get into that as well. And maybe I could do both. I don't know. Maybe I could rap for ESPN. I don't know what can happen. But yeah, in 5 to 6 years, I guess we'll have to see. I know that's not like the answer you want, but yeah, we'll have to see. It'll be one of those two, either sports or rap. So we'll see.
Well, it seems like you have a promising future either way. And now Aria is going to perform for us here live on GMTX. Take it away.
Thank you. All right, so this is a J. Cole beat. He's one of my favorite artists, and with that being said, let's do this. This the tall tale of a boy with a dream, overcoming the adversity. He had to plan a scheme, saw his mama out struggling, working on the double shift, and put a smile on her face and run a scene. As a child, he had blinded all the hatred, looked out to his idols for a way that he could make it. Started with the hooping, working on his crossover, tripped up on his sneakers, he would get up and just start over. Yeah, they laughed at him on the playground, constantly bending his spirit, but he never break down. This the mindset you truly gotta live with. Never stay complacent, gotta push your passion limits. Look, he got cut first scrimmage, but he knew he wasn't finished, Newton's law with the physics, The first one, I'm unstoppable until you get me. Yeah, I kept it cool, I kept it G. Most importantly, through the doubt, I kept it me. Never let the comments ever dictate my style. I wrote for myself and just made it worthwhile. Listen, this the one for the soul. Got that Jackson, Mississippi in me switching flows, cause I got plenty here you're talking. Please don't tempt me because I'm a lethal MC taking shots at anybody. I can see the ones against me. It don't mean it affect me. You can sleep up on your boy, just know I ain't resting. To the day I'm at the pinnacle, this is for the spiritual. No, I am not Jesus, but my birth was a miracle. Now they telling me to calm down. That can't happen when I put my elements together like a compound. I ain't gonna stop now when like a sentence without a period. I be running on now, you wanted me to play the fool. I see that though I'm Big Sean with the moves. Believe that to the day that I'm dead, or the day that I'm buried, I'll be shooting for the stars like my name was Stephen Curry, or even Dirty to all the people that were trying to hurt me, cause I'm in a better place now. I hope you see me smirking. Yeah, I always wanted prime time. This is the story how I got up off the sideline. I worked hard every day. My dreams concrete, boy, that's how I paved the way. And now I'm at the school and it wasn't cause my grades. It's cause I wanted it better every morning I awake. I rose through the pressure, no matter what the stakes. And I think I'm gonna make it, hopefully I see the day. Yeah, got me feeling like Dame cause it's my time. Can't wait for the day they be saying my rhymes. That's it. Thank y'all. My bad on the beginning. My bad.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for coming out this morning, and thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Good Morning Texas. I'm Malcolm Thomas. Have a wonderful day.